A prequel to the 2001 release Backbone, Tales of the Backbone Preludes explores the backstory of protagonist Howard Loader, along with 3 other characters named Clarissa, Renee, and Ellie. Throughout the choices you make across various acts, the 4 playable characters will change as you go through their lives in a dystopian-styled Vancouver. For better or for worse, they will either come out as the good people they started out as, or become corrupted by the influences of those around them. Similar to Backbone, Tales of the Backbone Preludes has you make various choices throughout dialogue and spend time talking with your closest friends and allies. In the case of Howard, it would be his best friend and roommate Larry and the friendly, if slightly clingy, Wisconsin. Your choices matter, which alters the opinions of those around you. For example, one important choice early on is defining a personality trait. This trait will drive the characters from that point on and influence their journey. This could prove beneficial to them in the long run or warp them into someone cold or sinister. Each act has you swap around the 4 characters across small vignettes of various parts of their lives, with the story's themes changing from lighthearted friendship to dark and cynical view of the criminal empire. Howard's story begins with him as a college freshman. Together with Larry, he tries to find his purpose in life. Still, when something happens at the college, Howard is thrown into the first case, slowly becoming the person he is in Backbone. Renee's story, which is probably the most complex, involves finding a case that bothers her surrounding a house fire that might have been caused by the police force as well as political apes. It ultimately drives her to find out the truth. Unfortunately, this causes the relationship with her husband, Lucas, to become strained, and the central part of Renee's story is trying to have Lucas see the truth in Renee's claims, which involves memorizing each case file and information Renee has to make decisions that will either leave Lucas convinced of his wife's theories or cause him to be more distant from her. However, Renee might be able to find the truth behind the fire, but at the cost of her marriage. Clarissa's story sees her growing up in a mob-styled life, and unlike Howard and Renee, it takes place throughout various points. When a close relative of Clarissa dies, she's left deciding that she needs to grow up fast and join the mob life with the help of her uncle. Still, she's conflicted with her father, Carlo, as she becomes involved in more and more of his shady business. During the dialogue, she can defy her father or become just as cold as him. However, moments in her story where she chooses to become independent or stand up to a higher power may have harmful or fatal consequences. Finally, Ellie's story is a sci-fi tale involving him and his partner, George, coming across the artifact from the original game and doing research for it. As they slowly begin to realize the extent of the artifact, it also becomes clear that their superiors might have ulterior motives for what they have found. Tales the Backbone Preludes has a route chart system that appears at the end of every character's level, showing the critical decisions you made in this character's story. At the same time, it's an excellent system to remember what choices you made during their narrative. However, it unfortunately only appears at the end of the level. There's no way to bring it up, even when you're in the middle. On the other hand, with how short each of the characters' stories are, it won't be long until you can see the chart again. You can also view the other options you made for the other characters you're not currently playing as. Backbone's beautiful pixelated art style returns as you revisit locations from the previous game and view the incredible landscape of a pixelated Vancouver. There are even moments where your character can simply sit down for a few minutes and relax, or do the jobs they're associated with admiring the scenery. Tales the Backbone Preludes also has a few light puzzles throughout each story, where you must complete a simple chore such as washing dishes, sorting out shelves, or changing records. Upon doing these, the game will do a split screen showing a more pixelated detail of the area you're sorting. You will also be given simple side quests, which can prove beneficial to the character who asked for your help. One such example is helping Wisconsin with the school-related activity in Howard's story, or seeing how professional you are with doing your job in the case of Ellie's story. But despite Tales the Backbone Prelude's beautiful art style and intriguing journey that each of the characters take, there are still a few bugs that I encountered. One such bug can even soft lock your game if you save at a specific part, which gives you the black screen after starting a new level. Another noticeable glitch was a strange static noise that could be heard during gameplay. At the same time, the background music tends to drown it out. Going into a quiet area or pausing the game will cause the static sound to get louder or make it much less hard to ignore. Unfortunately, the only way to get rid of it is to mute the game itself, which could hinder the experience for some players due to the jazzy and ear-catching soundtrack. Tales the Backbone Preludes tells an intriguing prequel that easily hooks players through its story and characters, despite its glitchy flaws and potential softlocks. For those wanting to get into the Backbone universe, this is an excellent place to start, and the perfect way to introduce yourself to Howard Loader's life along with a genuinely charming supporting cast. Noisy Pixel is giving Tales the Backbone Preludes an 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please read the full review on noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.